So we have one trophy left in our journeyman across the 5 major leagues. We began at Barrow in the National League, not even in League 2. And speaking of 2, that is the number of Champions Leagues we've currently won after last time out at Arsenal. But this time, we find a new home. Yes, people, and I've just seen this link. We are into season... Is it number 9? I'm not sure. Gary Neville's actually saying he'd run through brick walls for me, but it's actually linking me with Truro City. Now, that is a wake-up call. New season and definitely not the link that I wanted, and I've got to say on this channel, apologies on the little inconsistencies. The room has had a bit of a makeover, hence why we stood up, and the main channel has to eat first, so that took priority. We got videos out on there, and we've got this team out on here. Big shout out Beta 10 Mods for all the mods they put into this series, as we bought Coursera, or Coursera I'm just going to call him, to actually join us at his next club. I think we're taking Danny Rose wherever. Come on, he's got to stay as assistant. We're going to go to Spain, and I'm not going for Juan Mata. If you didn't know about the job we took over in Spain, yes, we've already been there. And no, I won't mention it again. We've got the Community Shield against Liverpool. That will be for a new manager. As you can see, it's announced I'm leaving. I'm pretty sure every club that I go to knows that I leave straight afterwards, but this is it. We've even got a Super Cup because, like I said, we just won the Champions League last season. Heading into the 2034-35 season, it could be our final one if we win the league. However, it depends on the jobs available because there's only one country we go to, and now we can't really be picky. If a job isn't available in La Liga EA Sports, we're kind of screwed. And this is how it looks. Right. I don't want to go back to Madrid, and Flick has not been fired. I'm pretty sure Barcelona didn't win the league last season. Of course, a man fairly experienced and vastly experienced at winning Champions Leagues. I'm going to keep my eye on it, but he hasn't been sacked. Is there any jobs available? Well, I can tell you there is. Oh boy, it could be an almighty return. Real Madrid have a Dino Bocur who looks like he's an assistant manager with the hiring likelihood certain. Certain to go to a club that sacked us. Fiorentino Perez. Do I really want to eat humble pie and kind of go back on me now being world class? I'm thinking I've got the buying power. Yes, Real Madrid are a big club. I think Levante are a little bit behind our ambitions. And I don't know if you know, but Real Betis, I love their retro kits. One of my friends has got one. I haven't got one. Really jealous of that one. But this club we've checked a few times. We were going to go here before we went to, I think it was Mönchengladbach. They've got Thibaut Bogarts, who looks like a decent potential striker. We worked wonders in Monaco with one. Bradley Burrows from Aston Villa. Caldera is another one. Okay, this is looking like a team we could get behind. Their best player is Jorge Salinas, and I'm trying to think of my formation with these players. Zabani as well. Okay, they haven't got many. Hopefully they have money. Now, obviously, I'm getting the links to go back to Real Madrid. And after all, this is the journeyman. We should take the easy option to get us the trophy of La Liga. But absolutely not. I'm off into another challenge. We're going to take over Real Betis. When will we get a chance to take over these again? Especially this far into the future, so I am so happy to get another club. Now we need to get our formation, get our tactics. Ruben Dias? Aren't you ancient by now? Okay, and this squad does need a bit of love. We've took a hard challenge for potentially our final club, unless we stay in this league. Wait on Barcelona. Or Atleti Madrid. We've probably shocked world football taking this. I think we've got to go with our attacking variant because we've got the 4-1-3-2 variant and also the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. And you best bet we're going with the wide version. Don't want to go with the attacking wingers. Just have them on normal. Let our cam be a shadow striker because our cams have been good to us. From Max Dowman all the way to Nico Paz, who we were really special coaching, or he was special to coach. We've got Abde in that cam position because I think, honestly, he should roam into it. 77 passing, same as Mbangula. But he's more experienced in this team. Bradley Burrows on the right. I mean, everybody apart from the goalkeeper is over 80 rated. So I'm looking at this team being the 4th best in Spain. Sorry, Sevilla. Sorry, Villarreal. Sorry, Sociedad. But I'm having faith in my squad. That I still need to build up and not much money. I'll need Rosie's help. What's the expectations here? Just European competition? I think that's pretty low. We're in the Europa League trophy we've not won. I know we've won the bigger one twice, but to go out on a Europa League would be very nice, same as La Liga competitions. Oh, sorry, Spanish one. So there's Zabani, there's Salinas looking decent, Valentin Gomez. It is looking an older team, so we're kind of against the clock here. The captain's this Sergio Altimira, who looks good, 32 however. Right, and Mbangula's probably going to train to be a cam quicker than Izalui. Although this Martinez Calera is actually a cam. I thought it was a striker. Never mind. We're perfect for positional play because then up front, we should have the younger lad. We've got Gonzalo Petit, Carlos Espy, Jonathan David, and Bogart. That's fine. We'll still have to sell some players out in order to get some players in. I always like to have an English constituency to help me out with the language barrier, obviously. Me and Danny Rose coming over from England. We're going to need some help as Rosie. Who do you think should be in goal? Do you think we should sell? Do you trust both of our goalies? Do you think we sell one, keep the other? He says, boss, it would be a bit stupid to sell both goalkeepers, but one is 38 and the other one is 33, so I think cash in on the 33-year-old Guilherme Fernandes and maybe send one Englishman back home. I know Keane Lewis Potter used to play for Hull. Us Grimsby boys have him as rivals, but also is still under 30. Despite him being young, final year of contract means money. And let's be honest, we've got lofty aims. I know you by now. We need to make some cash. And he is exactly right, so let's sell some players. I want 2 signings. I definitely want a starting goalkeeper, and then I want a wow kind of player. Someone who comes in for money. We're getting rid of Nelson Deosa. Danny Perez is out of the club. He's going to Elche. I'm not usually one for having a small squad, but I do think that's kind of necessary. I've definitely got a player in mind to sign, as out goes David Uzo. There's the goalkeeper, Guilherme, Watford of the Championship. We've been there with Stoke City. Obviously, the captain's not leaving the club. However, yes, he's left-footed, and no, I don't want the player involved, but John Obi Adams for Valentin Gomez. Now, Barcelona, if they offer money, over 25 million, because he's 31, I've got another older player that I want to sign. And don't forget, all the way in Season 1, we had the objectives of win the UCL, sign a player we've used before, and win domestic trophies. So Valentin Gomez is going, yes. I know he would be a good player with Zabanyi, but this team didn't finish top 4 last year, so we bring in our own defenders. We've got 100 million and 1 defender. We've got some youthful ones, Leandro Zutner, Fare, Mikel Silva. We could even try and change one of our players to actually be a centre-back in DM. That captain, and remember Kuseva, who I said I was going to actually try and sign the next team I went to? Well, we don't need him, but we need a goalkeeper. Again, I don't mind an older one as long as he's good. Amin El Jafari looks okay. Hendrik Hansen, 35 mil. That's actually cheap for a Bayern Munich keeper. If we could take this man off Bayern's hands, I'm sure they've got a first choice. He must be in his final year. I can't speak, but definitely was, because there is no way they let him go for that cheap. 40 million, and that leaves around 50 for the player we want to bring in. And there is one player that we coached. We coached him very well. We got him a move to Barcelona, and I have talked about All Save. Camilo Mensch, he was the man I wanted to take to get a game. I can't speak. To take everywhere, but we can never afford him. Barcelona job wasn't available. Some things don't go to plan. I thought I was going to go to Barca, get to use him again. But we're at Betis. We have an old club that we just came from in Arsenal. And we had a player we trusted in the finale. It will be a squeeze of money, but Christian Mosquera. Hands up who thought this would be the guy I actually signed from one club to the other. At 30-year-old, still 81 pace, 5-star skill moves, but I definitely didn't think it would be this man. And I honestly see him as captain material. I gave him a contract to Arsenal because I didn't think I'd be signing him back, but now I definitely do. Somehow we've cheaped out on him for 49 million. Mosquera is back under my management. I'm working with him again. And after contracts, I have officially spent up less than $1 million, just dragging Danny Rose across, 2 big players. Got to try and win a league. It is the way you want to play, and we are already in the picture with Flick, with Real Madrid's new manager, who we don't know yet. Yes, it's still a mystery, but they must have got someone in. We'll see them when we play them. But the first game of the season for us is Girona away. This has to be the most crucial game I think I've ever played, especially in the magnitude of this save. We want to win the league this season with the age of the players, plus the challenge. And because we sim games, simming's going to be more crucial, meaning results are going to be harder to get unless we're on form. Definitely next year. Can't wait for dynamic overall. If you've seen the trailer for FC27, said it in a lot of videos, but let me know your thoughts down below out of 10 as Caldera goes round the corner. Abde, can he fit through the gap? Unlucky, unlucky. Kawa Elias, what a player up front for Girona, the one I love to use in career mode. Deflection on the ball there. The free kick's going to get given. And Mosquera, I'm actually thinking about making the captain. I think I already said that. I haven't just yet. Kawa Elias header. A Don't get how Hansen's been allowed to catch that. Gone with the German young goalkeeper. Yeah, if you're not getting played at Bayern, I'll give you a chance, especially when he's got veterans around him to help him with the experience. Bogarts, he's not even 80 rated yet, but he gives it into the captain, ready to shoot. Very much blocked off. 5 minutes left of this half. Salinas, one of our better players. Look at the pace on him as well. They're not slow, I'm figuring that out. Despite being old, it's definitely different to Arsenal. Another failed through ball. Okay, so as we reach half-time, I'm finding a lot out about this team. We're going to have to dig in, grind results, and kind of rely on simming. I said it would be nice to win the Europa League, but how this game's gone so far, we definitely need to be playing as many league games as possible to try and shock the big guns and pick out a tactic to try and attack them, because yes, we were Real Madrid last time out. El Clasico's a bit deeper than Betis versus Madrid, but it was really hard to actually win big games. Leonard Miller as well behind Kawa Elias. How's Girona got such a good team? Joel Roca around the side. Zane, he's got a bit of an angle. Don't tell me we have to actually settle for a point. John Solis straight through the gap. Big blocking. Zabani can't get it away. We've blocked it 4 times. Good job Kawa Elias didn't get on that ball. And it's actually an eventful ending. Come on, we've got energy. Despite the age of these players, energised, and this could be a last-minute chance. Caldera, the cam through to Bogarts. I wish I would have gone and bought Casera. 0-0 draw in our first game in La Liga. Definitely a start we can get some points on the board with, though. If we don't beat Levante, don't beat Sociedad, just cancel it all. I think the next game I'm going to play is going to be the big one, Barcelona. So I'll see you there. See the results in between, as I just see pundits questioning why the heck we picked Real Betis. And I'm going to stick to my point, man of principle. Not going to go back to a team that actually sacked me. And hang about, it's been moved later. I think it's because of the Europa League. So it will be a game against our former employers, but I'm seeing some green W's. And that is the power of coaching, man. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant form, but still Real Madrid are running away with this. So we need to get a point over them. We do have a game in hand, which would take us within 22, so we'll win against these, win that game in hand, we're level. And obviously, this is our former club. They'll expect something from me that I usually deliver. So I'm going to just change it up in this game to a counter-attack. Doesn't matter how good you are as a manager, sometimes you do have to adopt to the team you're playing, the team you're playing with, and the emotion of the game. This is a big one for us. We shouldn't have such a tired team. Kamada. We beat these in the Champions League last year, I'm pretty sure, with Arsenal, which was a great feeling. Favre, quick tackle. That's not counter-attacking, is it? Not the play from our cam in that move. Gonzalo, need to get the tackle on him. Mosquera does. At least there's some continuity with our management there. He knows how to play against Madrid. Madrid take the lead through an ex-player. We went to counter-attacking to stop this. That's Ilyas Zabani's fault. 2 ex-Bournemouth players playing in this game against each other. It's Huyson on the other side. Defenders, that is, as well. Bradley Burrows, the Englishman. We've got a lot of English players here at Betis. It was like they were waiting for us. But they're actually trying to counter on us. Mosquera, brilliant tackle. Get this ball forward right there through the gap. Caldera, Travella, level. Didn't even require a counter-attack. Just a bit of bad play from them at the back. Our first goal in charge of Real Betis, assisted by Carlos Espi. Think his name's Carlos? I don't know, but he's actually a Real Madrid player now in real life. And that's the crazy thing to think. Gonzalo, though, they come straight back at us. That was sloppy from us. Headed away, though. Bogarts into Abde. Here's Espi again. Can he try and get an assist or just run it himself? He's an old player at the moment, but I'm telling you, these old players aren't slow and are fit with Abde around the corner, looking to slide us in straight away. Barcelona after this. Happy times. Kamada. Francesco. We blocked his passing lane off. He goes straight through. If he keeps running at Mosquera, I will be forever happy because he is literally a human hoover. Counter-attack. Straight forward. What a ball over the top to Bogarts. He's going to look for the pass into the captain, Almira. There he is. Calera around the corner. Abde pushed off it. We're taking the game to the unbeaten team, but we're still trying to beat them. Kamada. This is him going a long way. Big block Mosquera again. He should be captain with this performance. He's been unreal. Jude Bellingham. Bellingham gets the pass off again. He is there. Not a man mountain, a man magnet. Everything just glues onto him. He's playing unreal. Farre around the corner though. Bradley Burrows. Oh, he escapes. he is fouled. Now, Real Madrid are pushing on to us. I think they know now we are definitely choosing this counter-attacking style, but it's working. Here's the captain, go for the long shot. But edge-of-the-seat stuff here. Now they're counter-attacking on us. Gonzalo, we close the ball through the middle off Gonzalo with sweet footwork. And yes, I have gone attacking. I really want to beat Real Madrid here, and call me crazy, I think we can. With the counter-attacking we've done all game, Bradley Burrows, they've pushed bodies forward, we're going to do the same. Borgat's around the corner, slipped in at the near post, in at the back post to the goal. It is Carlos Espy, I got his name correct. And the Real Madrid real-life player has ran Real Madrid ragged. We will get all 3 points. And look at the ball delivered into the middle. The number 11 to the number 31 ahead of Dean Huyson. Surely game over and old club beaten. Real Madrid beaten. And their new manager who started the season so well, Amorim, actually gets a win under his belt. But yes, Amorim's still chasing us. Can you believe he's actually still going? Well, this team's still going as well. Mosquera at 30. He's gone up. No wonder after that performance. Genuinely sensational. Same weak foot so he can stay on the right. Change him to wherever the better attacker is because he sweeps up with them. Bradley Burrows, however, not impressed. So Mbangula I'm going to put onto the right-hand side. Bogarets is now up to an 80 rating. And I'm enjoying gameplay today. There we go. We are just 1 game behind Real Madrid. 3 points behind, but our game in hand. Yes, the team behind us. Oh, and there he is, the Silver Surfer at the bottom corner. But Gomez, we just got him sold, but we are ready for this. Come on, we need a good result. We need to be passionate, need to do the counter-attacking style potentially again, because although they are below us, this is Barcelona. We know their style's definitely got to be the tiki-taka way with a high line, so a counter-attack could work. Flick still in charge of them. That's the man I wanted to be coaching, Lamine Yamal. He comes so close, but yet so far, and counter-attacking from goal kicks. Probably the hardest thing in the world. Carlos Espy, though, around the corner. Borgats finds an angle. Finishes it off the post as well. 1-0 against Barcelona, not long on the clock. Last game we had to come from behind. This game we actually take the charge here. We take the charge to Barcelona. A fantastic finish on the left foot, finessing it off the post. And let's have a quieter half, shall we? Because we're already 40 minutes in. That Lamine Yamal chance before our goal, the biggest thing. We haven't had counter-attacking opportunities we might have here. Carlos Espy, he has to score against Garcia. Great save that by the goalkeeper. I liked the short corner, but now they're probably going to read it. So Faré comes short. Abde goes towards the edge of the box. Borgats lets it bounce. And he should have had a second before half-time. I don't mind that ambition from the shot. Come on. We've still got to see this out, though. We came back against Real Madrid. We know exactly what can happen here, but Borgat's just allowed to spin. No way has that gone in after half-time. It's the Arsenal magic, and it is Borgat's again. He might be a cult hero. We've had them at every single club we've been to. I think, did the captain get the assist for that terrible shot? No, it was Mbangula after I checked the performance stats. So him coming into that right mid positions actually had a decent impact against a team that should be in the top 2. But we're in the top 2. We'll be top of the league joint, but behind very much on goal difference with Real Madrid because we are playing counter-attacking football. Could be a hat-trick. I don't know what I did with the controls there. But I'm going to blame standing desk, not actually my control, as Lamine Yamal near the end of the game. This is a time to actually add to Itchy Bum time. It's an easy tackle by Salinas. Really good running down that side. Mosquera, Kos, Faré. Into Borgats. He wants a hat-trick, but still will just take us time now. That header should have just been clipped behind. And let's be honest, when you receive praise from a team you're chasing the title with because you're not the direct rival Real Madrid, you've got to say thank you to Flick, and also thank you to this team, and the fact we might be a decent manager now. Our tactical style is known worldwide, and our players here are getting the job done. We've got SB still with 88 pace. I didn't realise that. He's even strong. You can see he's quite stocky. 6'4", Borgats has got pace as well. Caldera, not quite Max Dowman. Same as Almitara, he's not quite Rocco Wright. I could compare them to everyone, but we are just going and getting the job done. Top of the league. Madrid will get points. And I completely forget it's based on head-to-head. In the Europa League, we're doing okay for now. We don't need to play any Europa League games. As here comes Mosquera, he's saying, "Boss, thank you for bringing me to Betis. I'm enjoying my football." However, I know this could cause drama in the dressing room, I feel like I'm a captain leader, a father figure to the youth. I think that's going a bit far, but he wants the captaincy. Now that's taking it away from a natural player, so I'm going to say focus on your football for now. I think that's something we revisit, as we have lost a game before Atletico de Madrid to sit us 1 point behind Real Madrid. But this is a game in hand. Atletico Madrid, by the way, the final game today. There is less games in La Liga, but hopefully we can keep going in the Europa League, win this league with not much money to spend. Chelmsford Talby, oh, come on Mosquera, don't mess up despite not getting the captaincy. He was rounded, he almost clipped his man. This could be one of the toughest tests, especially this stadium. Mosquera, no handball, that is good work. Carlos Espy, he just drags it across. We're still on the counter style. I think we've found a new style despite being maybe a season or two away from retirement. That's a good save. Zirchner, it gets us up the other end of the field. Mosquera's in the box, same as Carlos Espy, 6'4". Now I've learnt that, I'm going to cross it more. Is that Altimada? Is he affected now by the captaincy? Not Mosquera, who actually asked for it. Maybe he feels undermined, but here goes Abde into Carlos Espy. Brilliant save by Zirchner, still strapping for this first goal. We don't have it at half-time, no one does. And I'm afraid a draw here would just be that gift gone. That gift of actually being able to go above Real Madrid when we need to most. Borgas runs a little bit of a ring like he did at the start of the first half against Barcelona, or second half. Ooh, if we would have took the ball off Dahl, surely we were going through. Has Julian Alvarez left these as well? I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen many players I actually recognise. Here with Atleti, they've been better than Barcelona though. Fofana squeezing a ball through. Barrios. Conceição, brilliant tackle by Fade. Referee doesn't see it that way. Free kick here on the edge of the box. Please don't let this be a good opportunity. Barrios, he rolls it off. It's deflected. Zabani gets the ball took off him. We've still leaked goals in today. We drew that stupid first game, and there's a goal for Atleti. Don't recognise that manager like his training gear though. The one thing we definitely didn't need this season was a distraction off the field. Our ratings are low, our morale is high, and the morale getting knocked is just going to do bad things for us. There's Altimara though, going over the top. Surely a handball? What, Given? Are you kidding me? Murilo's such an Atleti Madrid signing though, and there's Barrios. Ball rolling. We've come a long way to try and make the tackle. Conceição is running us all ragged. Mosquera at least is keeping his head. Maybe he does need to be captain, but then again, will I cause problems? We need to cause one at their defence now. That is a terrible ball. Asking a lot of Carlos Espy. I really wanted to do it in this first season because the team's getting older, but it might take another season to actually win the league here with this team. And what have we just done? Pare, he gave the free kick away. He runs the ball into his own net. Fofana runs off the field. We run out of ideas with this counter-attack. All in all, I'm really happy to be the manager here of Real Betis. But so far on our journey, especially proving today, we're not quite there yet with the green and white.